You know what's going to happen right now?
This show.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another bonus episode of your I will say your network because hey, there's a lot of shows going on here and nothing better than I don't know if you listened to last week's episode where it was like a lyric thing and me and my friend Jesse, I believe we talked about like a song, had a few laughs and then got really serious and talked about mental health and everything with that. And if you hung out for that whole entirety of that episode, I hope you got the message we were trying to, give out into the audience. That being said, we talked about like, man, isn't there a lot of good music out there? And then why don't we talk about how this music affected us? Because we're not gonna be like, oh, too technical with it. But I think we're gonna speak to everybody and like, hey, this is a good song. You should check it out. This is kind of, how it affected, us and what it meant to us. And my gosh. Hey, maybe we can get some input from other people and cover songs that y'all like. Who knows? And that being said, I've filibustered too much, but I want to welcome you to another exciting episode of this. And some would say buckle up, but hey, you're already strapped in, so I guess it's time to go on and I guess it's time to kick it to my special guest. That's right. It's my best friend Jesse again. We're gonna talk some lyrics on some stuff.
Hey,
So,
there we go.
Jesse, what are you up
Yeah.
to?
Well, for all the listeners out there that are about to listen to this show, I don't mean to be crass, but get prepared to get wet. Cause because we're diving right into it, right in the deep end. And we're gonna talk about a song that's been well, it was introduced to me by James. And James didn't even know about this band. I didn't know about him at all. But Boper introduced James to this band when James was in Pittsburgh visiting. And I have to say, the Clarks are one of the
Boom.
best bands that I've ever heard. Um, this we're gonna today talk about Shimmy Low by the Clarks. And man, it is a good song.
It really
It's
is.
a it really is. So grab a beer, strap in, get prepared to get wet.
Oh yeah. And if you
So,
never heard the song, and if you never heard the song, pause right now, Google it up, Spotify
yeah,
it up, whatever.
yeah,
It's a
Google
Shimmy
it.
Low by the Clarks. Listen to it,
Yeah,
and
it's
you'll
right here.
understand why we're going to cover it.
Yeah, it's a great song. Um, and I'm excited if none of y'all have ever heard it, and I definitely am so thankful that Bober
For real.
took you to a Clark show
Well, I
and you
mean,
brought this back. And you were
we
like, dude, you have to check out this band. Like, this is a shout out to the Yinzers, and
yep.
I'm sure the Clarks are. I guess
It's
on
like
there.
it's like a staple up there. Like they're
So
but you
they're
have to take this
Yinzers, and
back to like meeting
they're a
Megan.
Pittsburgh. They're a Pittsburgh band, then I guess.
Yeah, or well, around the area. We don't want to misspeak, but yeah, I mean, you got to date this back to like meeting Megan, hanging out with her, becoming good friends with her. Megan's the
Okay.
homie. You know what I'm saying? Megan
Oh,
Nelson, shout
absolutely.
out. And
Yeah,
then,
shout out Megan too. But
but
I
going to
didn't know Megan.
Pittsburgh, and then meeting
Yeah,
all those other people. Like involved with their group chat and everything like that.
yeah.
And hanging out with them and it's and I here's the thing. I'm a Cowboys fan, die hard. I mean, I live and breathe with that blue star, and
Yeah.
it's not a good season, but who cares, Like I'm in it to win it every week and yeah. That being said though, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, I fucking love that town. I would move
Well,
there in a heartbeat. If my company had an opening, I'm applying for it. Like, I want to go there. And I will rep the
yeah.
Blue Star all day, don't get me wrong, but fuck, that city is awesome. That city is so cool. And
Well,
shout
I
out to
think
Megan, Bober, Devine. I mean, my goodness, we could go down the list. Phil. I know I'm forgetting everybody.
Yeah, like it's
Brandon. Yeah, I should edit that part out because I know I'm going to leave a name out.
well,
But the fact of like they embraced me and everything, and that whole city is awesome.
well, I
And
think they
then,
respected the fact that you're not a fair weather fan, man. Like,
well,
even though your
yeah,
season's not going great, you're uh,
yeah,
not stopping being one of the most loyal fans to the Cowboys. And for me to be a Pittsburgh fan from the time I was little, growing up in Texas, I was born in Texas, I was raised in Texas. Like, I'm not from the Northeast or the Midwest, whatever y'all want to call yourselves, but um, Pittsburgh has been mine and my mom's thing. Like, she introduced me to it,
yep.
and but I bet they respected the fact that you're not just a fair weather fan. When times get hard,
Yeah, I don't jump teams. I will never,
no.
ever, ever, ever. I appreciate Mahomes because he went to Texas Tech, the 806, but I'm not gonna be like, well, Dallas sucks. I'm a Chiefs fan now. Like, no, you know,
Yeah,
I don't do that
yeah,
shit
fuck all that, dude. Like,
for
fuck
real.
that.
Yeah, like I'll root for
That's
somebody
like,
in the Super Bowl, maybe, but
like James is a UT fan. I
welcome.
just happened to, my sister went to Oklahoma State, graduated from there. I just happened to fall in love with the culture up there.
Hey, all my dad's
Oklahoma
family
State
went to
had
Oklahoma State.
it's in Stillwater. I don't know if y'all go to Pittsburgh one time, if y'all can ever go to Stillwater, Oklahoma,
True,
man,
that's good.
go there if y'all ever have a chance, because James can attest to this.
Yeah, I mean, we're not comparing Pittsburgh to Stillwater. We're just saying the
No.
atmosphere and vibe and all that stuff. Yeah, yeah,
No, but
yeah.
Stillwater as just a town and an
A
experience in
time
itself
as a time.
yeah, as a town, it's not a lot hot, but like
Yeah,
it's an experience. It's an experience within itself, and it's a good experience. And I think a lot of people would love it. I think a lot of people. I've never been to Pittsburgh, and we're trying to
dude.
make that happen.
You know what's
Hopefully
crazy?
soon.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead, James. Go
oh
ahead.
well. You know what's crazy though is like, so I went there the one time for Megan's birthday party, met everybody. It was awesome.
Mhm.
Went to a IWC show. Shout out Rice Wrestling. Also, shout out.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
but I went to an IWC show, met all them, partying and everything. And then the second time I went there, we went to oh no, we went to a hockey game the first time. My goodness, I cannot. Sorry, I can't talk about that first year
Hey,
time, dude. Because I got went for Manny's, got the sandwich. Gosh, Pittsburgh is
yeah,
so badass.
you yeah,
Pittsburgh is
yeah.
so sick. So we got for Manny's, hey, do you want French fries with that? Yeah. And then the son of a bitch comes down like this fucking tall. The sandwich. Man, and we went to a hockey game. So check this out. I got to see Malkin and Crosby play. They got a Lemieux statue outside. I misspelled the shit out of that on my Snapchat story when I posted it. But I mean no disrespect, Yensis, but shout out to Lemieux. Hey, he was good. Yeah. Yager. I mean, and I got to
Hey,
see Crosby and Malkin play. And
that's
so it went
hey,
to a
man.
shoot. It went to a shootout, and Crosby made the winner, like the shootout
Yeah.
winning goal. And I got to see a fight with some blood. I've never seen. I've never been to a hockey game.
Hey, it's like Garth Brooks. It's the mud, the blood, and the tears. Except
For
this
real,
time
they
it was
call
the
it
ice,
God
the
dang
blood.
the NHL.
Yeah,
Wow, wow.
this time it was the ice, the blood, and the tears. You know what I'm saying?
For
Like, you
real.
got to see it. Like,
But as a Texas boy, this is the strangest thing, and this is what I was trying to get to. But my second visit to Pittsburgh as a Texas fan, born and raised. So as a Texan, I go to Pittsburgh to a barbecue rib fest thing. Like, okay, okay. All right. I love the injuries to death, but a barbecue thing. Save it for
yeah,
the,
you know,
the peeps.
right.
But there was a lot of good shit there, man. I'm not gonna lie. And Bubber can attest to this because he was there with me. There was a lot of good foods, and I ate really good. And he was like, "Hey man, we got this band called the Clarks that are playing." And he's like, they're gonna play in front of the stadium. if you don't like it, we can leave after like one or two songs. I just want to see him. And I'm like, all right, I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a chance. And
Okay.
then all of a sudden, like we're in the crowd and he introduces me to other people he knows, and they're cool because they're Yinzers. You know what I'm saying? Like they're cool as
Yeah.
fuck. And hey, well, hey, welcome, hey, cool. How you like it? How you like it? You know? And we're right outside. Like I see the Acrisure thing, like right there. I mean, we're right outside the stadium,
Well,
like
let's
in
just
the
say
stadium, but outside the
Hinesfield.
stadium.
We'll just say Hinesfield for right now.
There you go. But yeah, we're in the little the walkway thing, and there's a
Hmm.
stage set up there, and the clock's about to take place, and then the clock started playing, and I'm like, after the first song, I was like, Bubba, hey, this is pretty cool. Like this type of shit I like, you know. And now
Yeah, and
after the first song, I was like, oh, this is pretty good. And then I remember, I think it's the third or fourth song, and Bubba will correct me, but I was like, he's like, hey, you go. I'm like, dude, we're staying. Like, we're staying for this whole concert. I like the Clarks.
yeah,
Fell in love with the Clarks then. Like, I was like, holy shit, where they been my whole life? You know? And I penny on the floor, like all that stuff.
oh,
And
dude, great
obviously the
song,
song we're
great
covering
song.
today, but yeah, the Clarks like and then I got back, after my trip, and I was like, Jess, you have to check out this group. Like you'll like them, like this is you'll love the shit out of this. You got to check out this group called the Clarks. So
Yeah,
shout out to the Yinzers. You introduced me to the Clarks. Their hits, I guess you could say. I'm not gonna deep dive their discography, but their hits and everything, I'm hooked. I love them. And after
yeah,
seeing them once, I like they got me on the first look. They were playing like Penny on the Floor, dude, had me. I was like, holy shit, these guys are good. But that and then the cigarette song, like, I could go on and on and on. There's like a good set list. But yeah,
yeah,
it was my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? It was my type of shit. And
yeah. Well,
thank you,
then
Bober and the Yinzers, for introducing me to them. And yeah, why not? Go ahead, Jeff.
and then James introduced me to the Clarks, and I was like, dude, this is some badass shit. Seriously,
Seriously.
seriously, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what's even crazier than that? I just found this plastic spoon inside my beer box.
What?
Yeah, it's unopened.
Why is there a plastic spoon in your beer box?
I have no idea, but that's
Did it come with a coupon for like a heat up dinner or something, like a TV meal?
no, it's just it's just Miller Lite. It's sealed. I'm
You
probably
found
just
that
gonna
in your
throw
Miller
it.
Lite box, like it was part of
Yeah,
the.
seriously, I just pulled it out. It's like this is what
All
I
right,
wanted.
hey, for those out
Yeah,
there listening, is Miller Lite running a plastic spoon ad campaign that we
yeah,
should
no,
know
seriously,
about?
like it's a spoon. I don't know why it keeps cutting off. I'm gonna kick, but anyway, yeah, it's a spoon. It's sealed. I'm about to unseal it,
Uh
and
oh.
yeah, I'm serious. I'm not lying. That was in my. Huh.
Huh, right? Huh, is right. And thank you for Miller Lite for sponsoring our
Yeah,
podcast.
thank you, Miller Lite, for the spoon. But
That's what
uh,
she's.
I will
Excuse me.
respectfully decline that spoon offer because
Right?
I don't trust. I don't know if someone's trying to do something weird or
That's true. Why would
you
that
know.
be
I
in the
don't know
middle of if anybody knows about, you know, Miller
if
Lite
there's a Miller
packs
Lite
having
thing
plastic
going on.
spoons.
I don't know, but
Well, hey,
you
did
know
we
what?
cover our sponsorship right there by thinking that they, drugged you?
Well, I guess we'll find out after this episode if they drugged me.
That's true. Maybe if you shimmy low, you know,
There we go. And
there it is.
um, I pulled up the lyrics earlier
Yeah. So for
and
those who have
and
never,
listened to the song too. And man, re-listen to the song, I guess.
for real, and how good is it? How great is it?
Man, it's great.
But yeah, if you want to, I'll actually take a silent seat this time, and I'll let you read the lyrics. If you want to go ahead and get on down, don't read too far because I may stop you
Maybe
at
you
certain
just want to
points.
do
But
like maybe like the first verse or
nah, hey, just read a couple lines, and then I'll be like, hey, pause. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll tell
Because it's
you
good. It's all good. You
I'll
can't
tell you
read the
one of
whole
the big
verse.
things. I'll tell you one. Well, hell, we keep cutting each other off. I'm sorry about that,
No, you're good. Go
y'all.
ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Um, but let me just read the first verse and then a couple of lines and a little bit into the chorus, and then y'all are gonna get the gist
Yeah.
of this song.
Yeah. Go ahead and
It's
read
really,
those,
man.
and then we'll talk about sections.
It, Mr. Clark here. He's an excellent songwriter.
Mr. Clark.
Uh, um, he's it.
Well, all right, Jesse. So, let's cheers and hey, read them lyrics, brother.
Cheers. Mm. Wow, it's a big go. Yeah, Shimmy Low by the Clarks. I just want to read the first verse and then get into the chorus just a little bit. But the first verse is it starts out and it says, I've been down this road 10 times. I would run, I would hide from the fears that ruled my mind. I mean, what is first three? My goodness, first three lines. And and then he says, and so I asked this guy, and he goes, we'll call him Oz, call him Wise. He laughed and offered his advice. And then he said, get out of your black hole, join life's circus sideshow. Shimmy, shimmy low, you get to free my soul. Want to walk on water, gonna lose control. I mean, just those, and that's not even the full chorus. That's just, I mean, if you break
Dude.
that down,
I
it's
mean, I know we
amazing.
get transfixed on first verses, but man,
Yeah, we do,
there's a
but I
lot.
mean,
There's a
my
lot
God,
to, as some would say, there's a lot to unpack here.
yeah,
You know,
dude, that's what she said.
boom.
But
So,
to
but
this
dude, man,
song,
yeah.
there's a lot to unpack. There's a lot to unpack right here, and that's just,
Jesse, I've been down this road 10 times. I would run, I would hide from the
and
fears that
then
ruled my mind. That sounds like the
exactly,
closing, like the doors that I closed thing that we were talking about with Winwood. I
yeah,
would run,
and
I would
then
hide from the fears that ruled my mind.
yeah. Yeah. How many people are out there? Last episode we did um about mental health, and like I said, man, I'm a big believer, and it doesn't make you weak to talk about mental health or anything if you're a feller. Like it really doesn't.
No,
Um, I think it makes you stronger because everybody's strong, but everybody at some point in time is like, man, I don't want to see a
I've been
person that's
down
like,
this road 10 times.
exactly, dude. And then you don't want to break down on that. But anyways, we're not going to get into that. But that's another. How many of y'all out there been around or down this road 10 times
Hey,
before?
everybody has, man. Literally
Yeah,
everybody. Everybody's been like, God, here we go again. Like that GTA thing. Oh shit, here we go again. CJ.
yeah.
Yeah. Been down
It's
this
it,
road 10 times.
yeah. It's the same stuff.
Yeah.
I've been down this road 10 times,
I
and
would
then
run.
the reason you're going down that same road is from the fears inside your mind.
Bam. Right?
It's such a. I mean, my goodness, is that not just one of the most first three? I mean, what is that? The first. Let's see here,
Yeah,
James.
2, 3, who cares? Yeah, one of them.
That's the.
3.
That is the first three lines of this song.
Yep.
I've been down this road 10 times. I would run. I'd hide from the fears that rule my mind. But you got to give my Texas accent a little bit of play
Man,
on
but
that.
hey, that's real though. That's real. That connects with
Yeah,
everybody.
I
And
mean,
it kind of doubles back to a lot of things, but the fears inside my
uh,
mind, I think a lot of I'm not gonna speak for everybody, but I do really believe that a lot of our own things that push us back are just in our own head. And I'm trying to, I would love to get people to actually take a chance on themselves.
yeah,
But I digress.
that's one of the biggest things I've ever seen.
It
Um,
it's scary as
actually,
fuck.
dude, actually, this is a big shout out to you. Um, One of the biggest things I've ever seen someone do in their life and take a chance on themselves was I have a friend that was working multiple jobs in a town he didn't like. He was doing things,
What,
jobs.
drugs?
It just no, I'm just saying
No.
this guy was just doing things he didn't like and uh, just wanted to get out of it. And well, he had to take a chance on himself and just take a chance on a job that he got offered. Well, he didn't know how he was going to get there. Well, he got there. That's all. It's a story for another time. Uh, he got there. They all got in a place together. And then 6 years later, this guy's promoted to a grocery manager and is on the precipice of really changing his life all on the whim of, you know what? I'm going to do it. I got to do it.
That Steve Harvey video, man. I'm telling you, that Steve Harvey
Yeah, you
video,
gotta you gotta
Google
take
it.
a leap. You gotta
You
take a
have
leap.
to. You have to. And you're gonna stumble, and that's part
Yeah,
of
and
it.
that guy that I'm talking about is my man right over here, James O'Cora. And
Oh,
James is a little bit younger than me, but James inspired me when he did that. And I
well,
mean,
god dang.
that's kind of well, it's not kind of, but it's one of the things about like in the first few of these things, this lyrics of this song. That's what it's all about, bro. You got out of the fear of your mind
Hey,
and
Jesse,
you took a leap, bro. You took a leap.
in my 20s at a certain geographic location, I went down that road 10 times. And it
You
was
did.
I was running and hiding, you know, instead of stepping out of your black
And
hole.
one of the biggest things I think that you just said right there is when you were running and hiding, I think the biggest thing that people don't realize is honestly the what you're running from is yourself.
It's a cycle. It's a cycle.
And
You're just running in a
it's
circle.
hardcore, bro. It's
Like, hey,
hardcore.
I know I'm better than this. Well, but like after a certain
Hmm.
point in time, you gotta stop.
Yeah, shit's not perfect,
I
man.
was my own enabler. I guess that's a weird way of saying it. But after a while, I
Well,
was like, I have to break my own cycle that I am in. And
yeah, well, it's super easy to.
it takes one.
It's
All it
super
takes is
easy
one
to break your
decision.
cycle, but it's super easy to stay in the cycle. And
Yeah, it's way easy to stay in it,
what's
but dude,
easier?
one decision and the dedication to that decision is like, well, fuck, I did
Yeah,
this now. I got to live with the repercussions, and I cannot fail. That's pretty much. I mean, we're straight away from but yeah,
but I mean, it's the
talking about
same.
getting
It's
out of a black hole. I was
yeah.
stuck like a toilet bowl. I was swirling around the toilet bowl, not doing shit,
Well,
not doing shit. And then finally, I got kind of sick of it, and I was like, you know what? Why the fuck not? Like one time, just try. Like why the
yeah, just
fuck not?
one time.
Put my eggs all on James. Like I'm putting all my chips in all on James. Like why not? See where it goes.
Yeah,
If I fail, I can always move back to my mom's house. If I fail,
yeah.
I can always move back. Well, it
But
wouldn't be
you
awesome.
don't want to.
It would be a shit. Like hey, whatever, blah blah. But I'm just saying, if needed at that time for sure, if need be,
Mhm.
if I fail, I can always move back. And then kind of got there, and things were happening, and I was like, man, I'm not gonna fail. Like I'm gonna make sure I don't fail. Like, fuck it, flip that switch. You know, it totally changed my mindset of like, no, 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 no. Like it was liberating. Like, no, I'm not. I'm gonna make the right decisions to do what I need to do. Am I gonna make all the right decisions? No, but I'm gonna do the decisions to make sure I don't have to go backwards. I'm not gonna fall. I'm not gonna ever fall backwards. I'm gonna either fall forwards or I'm gonna climb up. And I made that decision that day.
Exactly. Or you just, you fall down and you get up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, believe me, I stumble every day. I'm still
Oh,
paycheck to
dude.
paycheck. It's not like I'm living like blowing money on a yacht. But hey,
Yeah, dude.
but I
I
attack every
just,
day differently. I was ho
yeah.
hum, woe is me, like, oh, every day sucks. Wham, wham, wham. But now I'm like, hey man, get up, let's go. Like it's time to
Uh,
do shit, it's time to ball. And when opportunities arise to where I need to show up, I'm not like nervous anymore. I'm like, I know what I got. I know who I am. I know what I am. And I did not know that for a long time. But now I'm like, there ain't no,
that's the
you are
thing.
one of James L. Cori is one of one. And my
That's the
friends
thing
are
I'm
one of
talking
one to
about.
themselves. There's only
That's
one Jesse Wagner. There's nobody that can do what you do. You know what I'm
that,
saying? There's nobody that
that's
can
the
walk in the
thing that
room
I'm
and
talking
command
about.
it like we do. Like this is
Yeah.
not.
Well, it's the same to everybody out there, but that's the thing that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's inspiring about you is uh, that inspired me was like, man, you gotta. Because I remember talking to you about like, it's in the Steve Harvey thing. Like, you got to take a leap.
You have to.
You
You're
got to
gonna
take a
stumble,
leap,
but your
man.
parachute doesn't open unless you jump.
Yeah,
That's the realest
you
shit.
can't. You can't open the parachute unless you jump. And that's the thing that's one of the biggest things to me that I learned from you. And that's one of the things that I think that the song, those lyrics, I mean, that's barely getting into it. So
We'll call him Oz. I asked this guy. We'll call him Oz. Like you,
we'll,
you ain't
we'll
asking
call
a
him Oz, we'll call him Wise. And then,
because they weren't asking like, hey, they weren't asking a guy on the street named Todd. No, they're talking to a wizard. I talked to this guy. We'll call him Oz. Like they're asking. I've been down this road 10 times. I'm asking a wizard for help. You
I,
know what I'm saying?
I don't think necessarily they were asking a wizard for help.
Call him Oz. Call him Wise.
Yeah.
I just actually made that up on the spot. But yeah, anyway,
No,
however
that's
the
what they
song
say.
interprets to you, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, we're all breaking this song down. But well, I say advise. I
Yeah.
would encourage people to go look up the lyrics and then listen to the song Shimmy Low
Yeah, we paused and did
by
that earlier.
the Clarks and read the lyrics as you're listening to the song, which he's so good at singing and like I don't think you'd really need to look up the lyrics because you can understand him so well, but look him up and watch and listen to the song at the same
Yep.
time if you can, or listen to
It'll
it,
become
then
a
go back
person.
and listen, look at the lyrics, and then go back and listen to the song.
Yep.
Man, golly, it's a great song. Like, I mean, uh, and later in the song,
Yeah,
he
keep reading
says,
it. Keep reading it.
he says,
Get out of your
I
black hole,
practice.
Jesse.
Well, it talks about a black hole, and he
Yeah, yeah.
says, you know, he says later, I practice to believe fear is real, a disease, and I hold myself against my knees. And if you lose your mind, call the sun, then unwind. There's too much to leave behind. So,
Bingo.
man,
Bingo.
that is, you can take that how you want to take it, but that's the first two lines. I'd practice to believe fear is real. It's a
Uh,
fear is real. It's a disease.
Yeah, what do diseases do?
Yeah, they break it down.
You
Man,
know, they'll
they take your sunlight away. They take your life light away.
for real.
They
Good.
make you stay inside. Man, they do terrible things to you.
Yeah,
And then
exactly. And
and
hold myself against my knees. I
yep,
can't do it because I'm not flexible enough. But you know, they're talking about like, you know,
yeah, boy, I'd blow my knee out, but
right?
yeah. But I'll tell you what, man. It's just, I mean, and I skipped some of the chorus and went down a few things, but like I said before, I mean, my goodness, this is just breaking down a song that just makes you feel so good. It really honestly takes you from as soon as you hear it, you feel good. And then after it's over, you feel even better.
Right?
And
It
if that's
does,
not what a
dude.
song is supposed
Shimmy,
to do,
shimmy, low, gotta free my soul.
yeah, it's the
Gonna
chorus.
walk on water, gonna lose control. But I mean, that's a
Exactly,
good,
bro.
like you feel. That's a good feeling
Cheers, cheers,
fucking tune. Cheers,
cheers to that. Cheers,
cheers to
cheers to
that.
that.
That's a good feeling tune.
Hmm.
Get
And
out
there's
of
so
your
many
black
other,
hole. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
there's so
fuck
many
yeah.
great things.
Fuck, I will, Clarks. I will get out of my black hole, Clarks. Thank you. Jimmy,
Yeah,
Jimmy Love. Yeah.
you just,
I just like
but
the
if a
part of
person,
hold himself against the knees, and then it says, and if you lose your mind, call the sun. Because so you're holding yourself against your knees, perish and everything is the only thoughts. And if you lose your mind, look up at the sun. Like look up. Look
well,
up.
think about this
Then
line right here.
unwind. There's too much to leave behind. We talked about a lot of things that were left behind from our friends and all that stuff. There's too much to leave behind. Life is
Yeah,
worth
well,
you being there.
think about this. Well, I want you and I want some other people that maybe, hopefully, maybe they listen to this.
Yeah.
But here's just here's just two lines. All it says is he said you ought to know life's on a remote control. Got to go.
There's too much to leave behind. He said you ought to know. Life's on remote control. Gotta shimmy, shimmy,
Because
low.
you know what you keep doing is you keep pressing
You want to
forward,
change
backward,
to
back 10 seconds, back 10 seconds, back 10 seconds, back 10 seconds.
yeah, you flip it too much.
So just press pause every now and then, and
Shimmy, shimmy, low.
yeah,
Gotta
buddy,
free my
there you go.
right? I mean, why
Yeah.
not? Hey, you're doing good. You know,
Mhm.
everybody can always do better. Don't get drowning in the thought of, oh, I'm not doing good enough. You are. Sometimes
That's right.
you need those self rewards to propel you further to more important things. Sometimes you gotta take that. Hey,
You don't need
shimmy, shimmy, low, gotta free my soul. Wanna walk on water. I mean, it's a
you don't need an
doing
award
good, man.
every time
You're
something
shimmy
happens.
lowing. You're shimmy lowing right now. You're doing good.
Well,
Woohoo!
one
Hoo.
of the
It
things
starts with
is,
that. Oh, woohoo! Hoo.
yeah, well, one of the things is you don't need a damn award every time
For real.
one little accomplishment happens. You just
And
gotta
yeah,
chin up, chest out, and keep going.
yeah.
That's the main
Number
thing.
one,
Just
you don't need a reward, and number two, rewards are
hit
not like
after hit.
mild. Like you can have a reward without it being a big fucking, oh, I conquered this. No, rewards happen every single day, like whether they're little or minuscule or not.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
keep winning the small things.
well, that's where battles are won.
Exactly.
The smallest battles are what creates the greatest victories.
I know it's cliche, and I've
I
said
don't know
this a
if that's
million
come from
times.
me or someone I've learned from in history, but the smallest battles that you win create the biggest victories.
I've
And
always said this, and I don't know if it's cliche. I don't remember who said it, but I've always thought about it. You're never
okay,
going to move a mountain in a day. Like, oh, you're never gonna move a mountain in a day. But if you throw a pebble behind your back every day, like, oh shit, did this, did this, did this. If you keep throwing pebbles behind your back every day, soon, after some time, you'll turn around. I'll be damned. I moved a mountain. You
Yeah,
know, I mean, that's what it's about. Just
yeah,
do something. Just do one thing a day for yourself and make yourself feel good. And
yeah.
then,
Move a pebble. Move
exactly,
a
just
pebble a
move
day.
one pebble. We ain't asking you to, hell, you can move dust. It doesn't matter. But move
Hmm.
one thing a day, and then do another one. Then do another one. It could be a grain of sand. Sweep a grain of sand. But as long as you move it like there's progress, there's purpose, and then next thing you know, you'll turn around and be like, "Oh
Yeah,
shit! Look at that dust! Look at that dust pile I swept up."
yeah. Well, dude, it's like me. As a Christian man, Jesus in the Bible said, if you had the faith, if you have faith small as a mustard seed, you could move a mountain.
Exactly. That's the
And
same type of
literally,
thing.
and
Yeah.
literally that mustard seed is a pebble.
Yeah.
And all I gotta do is take it. And everybody knows how small a mustard seed is, barely bigger than that.
Right.
And you just throw it over your shoulder. And before you know it, yeah, it takes a long time. Long time sucks. But really, as we get older, we want more time.
Yep.
And time seems to go faster. When you're
Yeah.
younger,
Because you've lived more time. The more
yeah,
time you
well,
live, the less time is.
well, when
Bischoff
you're
said this
younger,
one time. Like, if you're 6 years old, 2 or 3 years is a third or half your life. But our
yeah,
age, a 1 year is like blink, and it's over.
yeah. That's like when you're younger, you want time to move so much faster because
Yeah, because the
you
time
want to
you've had
graduate
is,
and you want to get out of this town and you want to do so much stuff. And
get
then
out
you
of this
get older
time.
and you're like, man, I wish time would slow down because, I got nieces and nephews and
Right?
they're,
I want
they're
to visit
young.
them. Yeah.
And then you go and hope you can say stuff to them that makes a dam in their life, like it means something to them.
Yeah. Advice.
And
Just a little
yeah,
advice.
advice, like, the older you get, like, you really realize, like, man, I really hope something I said in life to them, even when they were young,
Yeah.
hope it sticks with them because it makes sense, like,
Yeah. Not like crazy. You're not saying
no,
like,
no, no,
I
no,
hope
no,
they base their
nothing.
life on this, but just like a little, oh shit, that's what
Just a,
Uncle
just
Jesse
a,
said.
just a small
Oh,
piece.
I
It's
remember
a
Uncle
mustard.
Jesse saying this. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mustard seed of knowledge that I'm trying to pass
Exactly.
to them.
It's a pebble.
Yeah, it's a pebble out of their mountain that they're trying to move.
Mm-hmm. For real.
So
Boom. That was good. That was really good.
yeah, I mean that's what I kind of I don't say struggle with from time to time, but when I see them or talk to them, I'm like, man, I wonder if anything. But that makes you say more valuable things
Yeah, exactly.
when you do talk to them or see them, and you give the hugs and
For real.
you just
There
like
was
it,
a
it,
time in
it
my
stuff
20s.
means more. Oh, no, go ahead, buddy. I'm sorry.
Oh no. Well, there was a time in my 20s where I'll put it this way. I wasn't making the best decisions, I will say. And my mom kind of like told me
Happens to
like,
all of us.
"Hey,
Happens to all of us.
well my mom told me, it was like, "Hey, you have a niece and a nephew now, like, do you want them to know you as James's, always in trouble, we'll say?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." Like, cuz there comes a point where, you know, certain decisions would have to be made about, like, me. And I was
Yeah,
like, yeah, I don't want that. Like, that was a pretty big wake up call too. Like, oh, Uncle James is baby bow again. Like,
well, yeah. Well, and that's one of the things, like, from your mom to you was some of that elder wisdom.
because that's I didn't realize it at the time, but that's kind of, hey, where's Uncle James at? You know, like
Yeah,
why can't
and
Uncle
then
James come here? Like what, you know? And I get that now. I get it, but it's career wise. You know, I live all the way across from wherever they live. But
well,
hey,
that's
Taylor,
the
or
same, and that's the same stuff. Old Idnar tries to pass down to you too. He passes knowledge on.
them, he
He's passed
passes
knowledge.
smart asses on too. And I'll tell
Well,
you, a
he'll
lot of
be a
people don't
smart
get it.
ass. He's not, well,
A
everybody
lot of
knows.
people don't get it, man. I
Everybody
speak with a
know.
lot of
Everybody
love.
knows.
I speak a lot of
every-
love and emotion. So a lot of people like, oh, he's abrasive and crass. I mean, I speak
Nah,
with a just a
he'll
heart.
be a smart ass, but
Yeah, yeah,
he'll
just a heart.
dude, he's giving me knowledge being a smart ass.
Yeah,
You know what I
that's the
mean?
best.
Like that's some cool shit.
Dude, he's more over with my friends than I am. With not, you know, not you. Well, probably you too, huh? God dang.
Yeah, well, I don't even know why I'm doing this episode with
Right?
you.
I'd rather have Randy here.
Yeah,
Yeah, where's Idnar? Where's Idnar?
yeah, where's Hidnar at? That
For
son of
real.
a bitch.
Everybody, Randy. Oh, hey, where's your dad at? Where's your dad at? Where's your dad at? That's what it is. That's why everybody's, you know, oh man, that's why everybody's, you know,
Randy.
yeah. Hell, I was gonna say something that I would think would be funny, but maybe not funny.
Go ahead. Let's try it.
Well, I'm just gonna, you know, I'm just gonna have fun, man. This is what it's about. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. I do like the Shimmy Low like song. We you know we always get off a little off track, but I will say
Well, we always get off track, man, but that's like kind of the thing that our bonus episodes are about is like we just kind of show people like, man,
this is hey,
nobody's
this is how
perfect.
yeah,
Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And we get off track, but sometimes we have some good ideas and we're doing this and that. And yeah, this is an opportunity that we have right here.
right.
Jane doesn't got to work tomorrow.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
a
got to work
Shimmy Low,
tomorrow.
man.
Um, we're just shimmying low.
For real.
And
I'll never
yeah,
forget though.
for
Here's
Grant,
the thing.
hey, for real though, we're a
I don't even know what you're talking about, Jesse.
little bit not as D-Rug.
Adult beveraged as last time.
Yeah, as
I will
last
say this:
time.
the reason I wanted to discuss this song is because I won't forget, and I won't because sometimes when you hear songs like, oh, they mean something and they dip off, you know. But I'll never forget the emotions I felt like seeing this song live, like, holy fuck, that's a good song. And then listening to
Mm.
it later and be like, you know, shimmy, shimmy, love, gotta free my soul. And then obviously after last week's you know, positivity extravaganza, uh that's rude, but it was a good episode. But
No, it
yeah,
was
well,
positivity. I
it
hope
was, but
everybody
I
took
felt
it
like
positive.
extravaganza was kind of clowny, and we're not clowning, you know.
Well, you're not your Davion Clowney versus Michigan.
That's true. Well, you know, Jesse, obviously we've talked enough about this, and it's obviously a good song. And are there any final thoughts that you may have about this?
Man, I was just looking, kind of scrolling through, like, well, we had a little time here. I'm sure everybody saw me kind of glancing off, glancing off. Uh, well, my phone was over there, and now I grabbed it.
Hell
So,
yeah.
uh, you know, final thoughts. Sometimes, well, they just don't go so great. But on here, on this song, when he says, "And I hold myself against my knees," and if you lose your mind, call the sun, then unwind.
Bam.
There's too much to leave behind. So I think. I've been pondering on that this whole episode, bro. Like, like what, like at the same time, like right now that I'm looking and reading those lyrics, shout out to Mr. Clark there. He will, I don't like even myself right now. Like, what,
Well, it's like when
what do
you're
you,
crunched up, like,
what do you think about those lines, James? And I'll read them one more time.
yeah, yeah.
And, and I hold myself against my knees. And if you lose your mind, call the sun, then unwind. There's too much to leave behind. I've been
Exactly.
pondering on. I've seriously been pondering on that this whole episode,
So you're
and
curled up, man. You're curled up, knees
I'm
and
not quite
chest.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not quite sure what to make of it. Like, what do you make of it? What do our listeners make of it? Y'all guys comment on that, and later the episode post. But I've been, I get it, but then at the same time, I'm like, man. But what do you think, James?
I think it's kind of like a seed thing. Like you're composed, you're like you're pressed up, knees at your chest, like and when you do like it's kind of like the fetal position, when you do shit
Right.
like that, obviously shit's not going your way if you're doing that. So then like with the spreading out, like the growth of the seed, you know what I mean? I think that's what it is.
Mhm.
Knees to chest, you look up at the sun, it's like a seed growing. If you think about it, you're compressed as a seed, you get the
Okay.
sun, you get the water, bam, like it opens you
Yeah.
up. I think it's a metaphor for like the seed growing. Knees at the chest, you know, look up
That
at the
makes
sun.
dang. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I immediately thought of.
That's a hell of a take. But that's why I was asking you, and
There's too much to leave behind. There's too
asking.
much to leave behind, Jesse, because you're a plant. Like you
Yeah.
don't get the plant without the seed. So
Well, when
if there's
you
no
plant it,
seed, you don't get the plant. There's too much to leave behind. One mustard seed ain't shit, but
yeah,
a planted mustard seed, you know what I'm saying? Like there's too much to leave behind. With if
yeah,
you're, hankering your knees at your chest and all that stuff, there's too much to leave behind. Like you can grow, prosper, flourish. But if you don't, there's too much to leave behind. There's no the what ifs. Everybody has a what if. That's the coolest thing about life. Wow, what if I became a millionaire? You know how many motherfuckers said that and then actually became a millionaire? Like life
yeah,
is something, you can what if yourself into crazy situations. I did when somebody was like, hey, we're moving to Florida. And I was like, oh, man, I should join you. And they're like, why don't you? And I was like, oh, what if I did? And I what if my fucking self into a whole brand new life. I
yeah.
mean, it happens. Like, it really does happen.
It
What if?
really does. Yeah, it really does, bro. Like,
Yeah.
so you're like,
If Michael wouldn't have said, why don't you join us? Who
well,
knows what I'll be doing right now?
for Michael, right then, was that like him planting the seed, and then you having to technically
Look up at the sun,
lock? Well,
call the
you know,
sun, then unwind, because that's what seeds do when you plant them. Call
well,
the sun, then unwind.
there you go.
That's what I meant, like planting the seed. Because when seeds
Yeah,
sprout, that's the word I was looking for. When seeds sprout, they unwind. Call the sun and unwind. Get out of your black hole.
yeah,
Life's on remote control. But you
yeah.
gotta shimmy, shimmy.
Sometimes all you got to do is take a little control, plant a seed, and I guess
Get
my
out
best
of
saying
your
would be
black hole.
put a little water on it,
Right?
and then from that you grow,
Look at the
and
sun spread out.
it's not yeah, and the sun's gonna help because you can look at the sun as just, like a metaphor for the sun.
For
What
real.
makes you
Like
grow.
life, like everything. And look up
Yeah,
at the sun.
like for me. for
Even
me,
when Dave says it, I look up at the sky. You know, like that type of. You look up
yeah,
at the sun. You look up. You always look up.
yeah,
That's yeah. The motive of life is look up. You know.
yeah, and for me, and it's just personal preference, but for me, the the good Lord has so much to do with that. Yeah, but that's just my beliefs. So I know not everybody's on that side, but I think it boils down to, like you were saying, like just bam,
Right.
plant the seed, water it, let it grow,
Look
and
at the
then
sun. Spread
whatever
out.
your light is, whatever your light is let it let yourself grow.
Call the sun, then unwind. There's too much to leave behind.
It makes sense though, like you were saying,
I took it as a
like
like a seed.
knees to chest, and
Hold myself
you're
against my knees. There's
you're a
only
seed, and then you're a seed, then you sprout and
for
grow.
real. Hold
Yeah,
myself against my knees. You know, I'm like in the fetal position.
that makes
And if you lose your mind,
100%.
if you lose your mind, call the sun. Then when you grow, unwind. You remember you were at your knees, tense, scared. Then unwind. Call the sun and unwind. Now
A
you're like
little,
free, growing, prospering. I took it as like a plant metaphor.
I like that, dude. I think it
Yeah.
is a plant metaphor.
I practice
You
to
know,
believe.
I
Oh, I
think
practice to
that.
believe. Fear. What do you do with fear? You don't put your arms out in fear. You bring them close.
Yeah, I
Bring your
think
knees
you.
close. Bring everything close. And then once
Yeah,
you reach the sun, unwind, spread out, be comfortable again.
yeah. Well, I think you're onto something there, bud.
Hey,
I think so. And you know what? I think there's to let all the other folks get what they can out of this song, and go their own way with it.
mm-hmm.
I think this is kind of and I'm sorry, but I think this is a good stopping spot, and
Yeah.
that way people can, that way people can look at the lyrics, listen to the song, and you know, I hate to cut the episode off early, but I think it's a good stopping spot,
Oh,
bro.
that is
Yeah,
the
I
best
really do. I
because
really do.
we want everybody to check out the song because this episode makes no sense without the song. Check out the
No,
song,
it
and
absolutely doesn't. The
maybe
content, it's all here.
yeah,
It's on YouTube.
for
Look up
real,
Shimmy
yeah.
Low.
And just
Shimmy
shimmy,
Low
shimmy
by the
low,
Clark.
shimmy, shimmy
It's
low.
called Shimmy. It's Shimmy Low, actually.
Well, I'm just saying, shimmy, shimmy low, and free your soul. You
Yeah,
know,
it's the Clarks. Man, look it up. Listen to it. Read the lyrics. It's
absolutely great song.
holy. I mean, my goodness, it's a great song. We have so many other songs by the Clarks. Shout out Megan and Bober
Oh yeah,
for,
and all the homies of the
yeah,
intro
all the Yinzer folks that
that and
kept
they're
the,
good people. They took me in like I was, hey James, hey, and
yeah.
now they're like, when you
James
visiting again?
James has actually been to
Hell,
Pittsburgh, and I never have.
they don't even know Jesse, and they're like, hey, when are you and Jesse visiting? you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
shout out to the Yinzers always, man. Love. I hate
always.
that Franco
Cheers
Harris.
right there. Cheers.
Cheers to that. I
Cheers
hate
to
that
them.
Franco Harris fake statue. And that's
Man,
that's
that's
a
a
joke.
cool
That's a troll.
cheers.
That's a troll joke for everybody. No,
Yeah, yeah. He knows
yeah,
it's
because in
real.
all
And he's
honesty,
fucking,
Jesse knows this, and a bunch of my user friends, all of my user friends know this. Beautiful city. I cherish every fucking time I go there. I really wouldn't mind ending up there. I mean, it really is a beautiful the pride and the respect that they show for like everything, because it's a prideful ass city, and I come from some prideful ass places, obviously. So
man, they are hard working folks, man. They are blue collar, son
for
of a
real,
gun,
they're
from
I don't
sun
want
up
to
to
sound
sundown.
I don't want to say this disrespectfully, but it's like small town people in a big city, and it's fucking beautiful. And Pittsburgh has every time I've been there, really fun. Oh, boy, Permanentes is something else. I love it. But yeah, and
Well,
the people, man. Like Bubba is
yeah.
one of my good friends. Megan, obviously, you're a jewel. Hell, Davin's the best. Oh God, I shouldn't have started this. So Brandon, Phil, hilarious. Bradley with a scarf, awesome. I mean, those IWC times, man. I know I'm gonna forget a bunch of people. Probably should have. Yeah, whatever.
No,
But
it's okay.
anyway,
Like everybody
yeah.
knows
Hey,
that.
so okay. Here's another thing. If I forgot
Yeah.
you, I'm here. I'm glad I met you, and I fucking love Pittsburgh so much. I've considered moving there, and that's because of people like you. Y'all took in y'all didn't know me. Hell, Megan barely knew me. I didn't even really know Bober, and y'all took me in and made me one of your own. And that's what fucking people do, and I love the Yinzer City for that, because I would really consider moving there. But yeah, I've had fun every time there. That's a city I can fuck around in. Like, settle in, It's cool. I really like Pittsburgh. Shout out to the Yinzers. And I thought, what better way to honor my Yinzer friends than the Clarks? And hey, what better way to honor what Pittsburgh's about than just a fucking shimmy low and free your
Hey,
soul?
I got one
Walk.
thing. I got one thing to end this episode
Oh, yeah,
on,
go for it.
and it's two lines from this song. And I'm sure y'all could see I was kind of looking and scrolling,
Yeah,
but I think it's a good line for what we've been talking about. Hey, shout out to the Yinzer folks and Megan Bober, all the people that I've met on Zoom, everything like that.
right.
Man, y'all have been awesome to me, and
Thank you, brother. Oh, fucking Kyle and them. Man,
I've
I'm
never
ass.
even been there.
I'm so
Shout out to uh
yeah, go ahead.
shout out to Megan for real for what's coming up in Huntsville. Uh,
Oh,
you know, that's another time and another place, but
yeah.
um,
That's a top five couple.
that's just how nice those folks are.
For
And,
real.
that's
Hey,
just
and you're
how.
one of their own. They would do that for you. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
lead the and
and
for
it's
those who
not.
don't know, Jesse's a humongous Steelers fan. Humongous.
Since the day I was
Yeah.
old enough to watch football,
So
and
he's a
I guess,
Yinzer. I gotta get
I,
his ass to Pittsburgh.
yeah, and I guess was that a little bit of a
Did we not say that at the beginning of the show? I don't remember.
no? I think it's a bit of a goose egg with I just broke, and that's my bad.
Well, spoiler. Hey, we can use this to get traction.
Yeah, well,
No, I'm
we
kidding.
don't
But
need
Jesse is
traction.
the biggest. Like, we're best friends, and he's a Pittsburgh fan. I'm a Dallas fan. So growing up, oh. But yeah, now that I've been to Pittsburgh, man, and I want to get his ass to Pittsburgh too, because it's that's such a fun city. It really is. Go ahead.
Yeah, but on the ending episode, two lines, two.
Yep.
Because I mean, shout out to all my peeps, and everybody knows. Yeah, my shit's fucked up, so my pinky's all fucked out. Uh, but two lines for everybody out there, and for us too, James.
Oh yeah.
Much to my surprise, I've been so high, I'll kiss the sky. From this broken dream, I'll rise.
You know, there's no better way to end that, and that's the real shit. You
Yeah, and that's shimmy. That's Shimmy Low right there from the Clarks. I mean,
for real.
that right there seals the deal.
Because you don't have to be the best at all times. And who cares about being the best 100%? It doesn't matter who's the best 100%. It matters when there's broken shit. Boy, rise from that
Yeah,
phoenix. Or rise like the phoenix. Nothing's ever
yeah,
going to be perfect. I don't like prim and proper motherfuckers, obviously, as you can tell. But that
yeah,
one person that's been through the shit and they like get it and they're just like kind of shrug the shoulders, brush it off, and then keep going. That's some bitch you need to talk to, because
yeah.
it's not a game to him. It's not a popularity contest. It's not anything. It's life,
No,
bro.
it's
And we're
not.
on
Yeah,
this. we happen to be on this planet together. I don't know if y'all notice this, but we do. So I'd rather have people that shrug off the bullshit and live life than people that take, like, whoa, too much like into it. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? What you got,
And
Jesse?
I'll say, um, don't be, excuse me, don't be negative Nancy. Um, Just don't be negative. Um, Negativity is such a man, it's such a hurtful and bad thing. You don't think, don't be the person that's like, well, today at work, I was,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Everybody
be,
everybody
don't
says
be
something
that.
positive and then it gets to you and you're like, well, today I had to tell so and
Yeah.
so
Don't
the Debbie
be
Downer
that.
type thing.
Yeah, it's a Debbie Downer thing, man. Don't be that. Go out there and be, like we said, like through all the crap that we went through in our lives, we're gonna rise. We're gonna rise good.
There's too
And
much to leave behind. I have my mouse pointed at it.
yeah,
There's too much.
there's too much to leave behind, man. I mean,
And if you lose your
it's
mind,
just crazy.
call the sun and unwind because there's too much to leave behind.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
there really is. You know what I'm saying?
for
Like,
real. Exactly. 100%.
it's just. But on a positive note, man, all these folks out here and you, James, and stuff, man, I really just I appreciate everybody. I really do. This has been a fun episode. It really has.
Oh, yeah. That
Those
made
last
you,
two,
you shimmy low.
those last two lines I left it on. Probably should have just put myself off air, but you know, that's all right. I was just, I just wanted to let everybody know, like, man, let's go. Like, I fucking love y'all, man. Like, let's do this. Like,
Why
let's
not?
do
Why
that.
not? Why not us?
Right?
Why not
Let's do
us?
live. Like, let's do live. Like, I love y'all, man. Like, let's do live. I love people. I love hanging out with people. I love meeting people.
Why not us?
Just,
Like,
I
why
just
not?
love it. I
Why
love it,
not?
man.
For
Man, I
real.
mean, honestly, it makes me damn near emotional, Like, I just love people. I love meeting them, and it's awesome. Like, life is awesome.
Yeah.
Let's just keep rocking it.
For real.
Let's all do it.
I agree with you,
And
Jesse.
that's what I'll say. Like, keep keep freaking rocking life, because I know y'all can, and I know y'all will. And like James always says, when life gets you down, kick out at two. And I
For
truly
real.
do believe that. So cheers to y'all out there. So cheers to you, James.
Well, is it about that time?
I think so, but I think I've said
Man,
all I can say, but I don't, I think I'm about wore out.
I think I'm good. Here's the
Mhm.
thing, Jesse. We talked about a damn good song. And
We really did.
I mean, as long as, just shimmy low and free your soul. Get out of your black hole. I mean, there's a bunch of one-liners in here that you can fucking this is what me and Jesse are trying to say. There's some songs that you just listen to. I was naive on our last week's one or last time's one. But
Mm, yeah.
it's a cool thing about like listening to the words, listening to the songs and like, taking that. So get out of your black hole and just shimmy shimmy low and free your soul. However you need to free your soul, I mean, take a therapeutic time to do whatever the fuck you need to do. Because life is, you only get one, maybe two if you're lucky. But let's be real, not many people get the second chance. And we'd rather see you in this life's dance and taking that chance. And hey, have fucking fun with it because it's your life you're living. We want to see you progress. You have fun with it. Fuck it. I mean, look at myself. Like I'm doing crazy shit all the time. Fucking have fun with it. Sometimes just shimmy, shimmy low. Free your soul. Why not? But more importantly, you can't do any of that unless you're here with us today. And the only way you get to be here with us today is you don't succumb to the bullshit. And when bullshit comes your way, you throw that fucking shoulder. If it tries to pin you down, you already know. You kick the fuck out of it too. Is you're not going to be joining us today if you're not here. And why not be here? Because it's your fucking life. It's your show. And I'm damn proud to be part of it. And I want to see you motherfuckers here with us all the time. So, always, always, always remember that when life gets you down, when you think you have nothing left to give, when you think that you cannot shimmy, shimmy low, guess what you do? You throw that shoulder, you kick out at it too, and you shimmy, shimmy low. Hey, I love everybody. Thank you for joining us. Jesse, had fun, man. This is a very good episode. To my Yinzer
Loved it,
friends,
loved it, loved it, loved it, brother, loved
for
it.
real, hey, man, we did a
Also,
good thing here.
shout out, just real quick at the end. Um, Shout out to all the servicemen and women that are fighting for us today and that have fought for us, and those
True.
that paid the ultimate sacrifice. Um, I know Veterans Day was here just a while back, but I know it's not
Hey,
like a
and
memorial.
yeah,
I know it's not a Memorial Day type thing, but just shout out to everybody
yeah,
that's been in the armed
and like
forces in
first
any and
responders,
any and every
firefighter, men and
oh,
women,
absolutely,
all of them.
absolutely, first responders, like
Yeah,
everybody,
like doctors, nurses, first responders,
firefighters, like
everybody
man,
involved in the hospital from the top
yeah,
down. And people that take care of people, firefighters,
yeah,
you know, uh
absolutely.
everything. Yeah,
Um,
100%.
Shout out to everyone that's in. They're the y'all are all the tip of the spear
For real.
when it
We're in
comes
this
to
shit
life. When it
together
comes
and
to
y'all
life,
provide smiles.
I just and I just want to say thank you so much to all y'all before and now. Thank y'all, men and women, everybody, everybody.
Oh yeah.
Thank y'all so much in all y'all's fields. Y'all deserve the biggest standing ovation of all time. But we
Infinitely.
don't even have enough. We don't even have enough minutes or hours to give y'all the standing ovation that y'all deserve. So, eh, I mean, yeah. But that's one of the last things I wanted to say, Jameson.
Very good thing to say. Because
Yeah,
without people like that, there may have been people who have not had the opportunity to shimmy, shimmy low. And I ain't gonna lie, man. There's
I
caretakers,
know that
obviously, in all of the fields,
they go through a lot,
firefighters,
man. They go through a
nurses,
lot
like
from
ambulance workers, like all the way down.
yep,
I know I'm
from
forgetting a lot of
from
people.
nurses to Navy SEALs, dude.
For real.
They
You put people above yourself,
they go
and we are
through a
grateful for that.
lot.
You put people above yourself.
Yeah,
We'll just sum it up that way. They put
yeah.
everybody else above themselves, and every branch of the military and every care worker person and all of that. That's rude to say care worker person, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Oh, absolutely.
To people that put other people above them, we appreciate what you do. Hell, you've prolonged and saved, grandparents' lives and everything like that. And
Mhm.
so to everybody that does that, I mean, we're only here
Cheers.
once. We're only here once.
Cheers. Can we cheers
Honestly, if we're
to
lucky.
can we cheers to everybody?
We can't. Hey,
That
you
does
know what?
that?
What better way to end it than to cheers to everybody?
That's what I want to do.
For real. I'm so damn glad that I get to talk to y'all, and I hope y'all hang out and we get to talk to you the next
So,
time. Because get out of your black hole.
yeah, Alert 360.
For real. Hey, if you ever need any type of help, fucking get it. Reach out for it. We love you. It's not weak. It's not, anything like that. If you need any help, fucking reach out for it. Please. I hope that you find the strength and the happiness you need. But man, I'd rather talk to you next time than talk to you never. So if you need any type of
Exactly.
help, fucking reach out and get it.
Reach out and get it. Thank y'all.
Hey,
Love y'all.
the only
Love
way,
you, James.
I'm gonna say this. I can't wait to see y'all next time. And the only way
Mhm.
you're here next time is if you're part of it. So hey, it was a blast to talk to all y'all. See you next week. Kick out a
Yeah.
two every goddamn day. And hey, we'll see you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.